All right, in this video, we're going to introduce you to a new tool from Better Sheets called Spintax Content Spinner. And I'm going to talk about a few problems that I've encountered in Google Sheets and why I created this in the first place, and then also how you can use it. Let me just show you real quick something that you might be doing in Google Sheets or writing, or you might want to do in Google Sheets. So let's say we were like writing a headline. And we know the structure of the headline is some text, but like one word, we want to see the different headlines with different words, but we don't want to edit the entire headline. And there are some ways, and there are many ways to do this in Google Sheets, but none as elegant or flexible as Spintax. So I'll explain Spintax in a moment, but let me talk about how you might solve this right now, and maybe even some more ideas, right? The headline is this headline and then a word, and totally fine, right? You're going to write this headline rocks. We're going to have these selection of other words. We might come up with other words and we just want to write that word out or phrase, right? And we can, look, totally fine. If you have the time and you really want to like type this out each time, sure. We're going to type it out every single time. That is totally a way. It's just exhausting. It's tedious. It's boring, right? We are limited to the number of words here. We can't have, let's say, 100 or 1,000 or even 10,000 options here, right? And this is only a headline. There's many other applications for this kind of textual syntax, and we'll talk about that later. But what if we did it another way? What if we have this list, right? We don't need to retype these words. We just need the words, this headline, again and again. But what if we take some kind of filler, like we know it's a word, and we say, okay, we want to, let's actually insert a row above here. Let's move this down. We have this style, this headline, and then a word or phrase, and we know what the word or phrase is. It's in this B column, and we can take this and we can say, oh, this is going to be equals, let's say, substitute text to search is going to be $A, $1, because we don't want to change that as we're going to copy it down. What are we going to search for? We're going to search for this phrasing word here. And we're going to put that in quotes. And then what are we going to replace it with? We can replace it with whatever is in B column here, or B2. And we do want to switch out this B2 each time we copy and paste it. So we're going to hit enter. We're going to copy paste this all the way down, and we have, great, we have our answer, right? Now we can type in any amount of words. We can get AI to produce a certain number of phrases here, right? We can ask crowdsourcing. We can get other people, or we can just sit down and write 100 different versions of this headline, right? This headline rocks. This headline is awesome. This headline faces failure head on. But like this formula, are you going to remember Substitute? And great. This is a great application of this, right? I love Substitute. I use this a lot. I use this in creating templates, creating formats. It's awesome. But you're like, there could be a better way to do this. We could wrap this with array formula, I think. Let's see if that does the trick. I'm going to get some reference error. And let's see. Yeah, exactly. We can do one formula, right? We don't have to copy paste it. But there is still a better way. Now, what if I want to switch out this? What if I'm like, oh, there's a word 2. Like, okay, now we're getting a little more complicated. I need to now wrap this substitute with another substitute. Again, totally possible. We are going to take word 2. But are you going to remember how to do all of this? I teach this in other videos, and it's totally fine. We're going to do C2:C8. I think we got a little error here. There we go. I think we need to put that. And now we go this, your headline is awesome. Okay, we have to type this out this again and again, right? But what if I'm like, I just want to see all the variations, right? You're like, okay, I got this headline sucks, my headline rocks, your headline is awesome. But what if I could just get these lists and say, do all of the versions. I want 3 times this number of lists. This is a list of 7, and there's 3 options for the first word. What if I want to create essentially 21 options now? How do I do this? We're 5 minutes into the video and we're like, okay, now we have a problem. Now we're like, oh no. That's where Spintax for Google Sheets and for content spinning comes in. We're going to install a Google Sheet add-on. Let's go to Get Add-ons. We can search for Spintax. You can also go to Spintax, spintax.bettersheets.co. You can go there and see you can get a little bit more information about it there. But you can also just go to the Google Workplace Marketplace, and look for Spintax. It is the only thing that comes up, Spintax. It has 0 users right now. We're going to be the first user. You can do individual install or admin install. Easy enough. You will go through this sort of allowing access to your spreadsheet. It is adding 3 custom functions we will use right now in this video. So we'll just close this. I think there it is. So now, in addition to from Better Sheets, we have sheet styles, which styles your sheet and creates a better color. We have button size that creates really cool 3x3 cell buttons. We have tiny sheets, which makes 1x1 sheets. Now we have Spintax Content Spinner. There is a little bit of info here if you want it on how to use it, but I'm going to show you right now. There are 3 functions that we have added to our sheet. Okay, but we need to do a little bit of work to make sure that our headline is properly formatted. Okay, so let's actually duplicate this. And I don't want this headline like this. I want to take all of these. I'm going to delete all these. Okay, I'm going to go. I need to do no equal sign. All I need to do is curly bracket this, capital this, with a pipe character, my, pipe character, your, to have the 3 options at the beginning, and then have the word headline. And now I just need all of these words in with pipes as well interspersed with them. So the delimiter is this pipe, and this is all you need to do. So now we have our Spintax in the correct spin syntax. We have curly brackets around the things that we want to spin, we want to see. We also have the pipe character in between each of the things we want to spin. So the first function that we have available to us is equals spin. This will get a random version. So again, we have to make sure that we have our spin syntax correct, and if it's not correct, it won't work. But if it's correct, we will have a random one. So the random one it selected out of all this was your headline is awesome. Great. So that's it. If you just want one version, awesome, done. But if you're like, I want to have every single possible version, I'm going to create another headline. Let me actually add a line here. So this is spin function, and we get this headline needs an edit. But now, if we want to get all of them, if we want to get every single version possible, but without duplicates, we're going to use spin all. And here we type in equals spin all. And again, if you install this Google Sheet add-on, spin all will be here. It'll be in autocomplete. And all you have to do is spin all, A2. Now load it for a couple moments. And now here are all of the options. We have taken this one piece of text that we're like, oh, just change this, my, your headline. We want rocks is awesome, needs help. And we now have, should be 21 options. That's pretty damn cool, right? Now, if there were any particular, like if there were duplicates, this spin all will deduplicate it. If you want all the duplicates, I don't know if there's going to be duplicates here. We're going to use spin everything. And we just do equals spin everything. We select it. We go A2. I don't think we're going to have any duplicates in this one. Let's see. And scroll down and see we have no duplicates. How do you get duplicates? Why am I talking about duplicates? What if we, instead of like socks, we want in here we go last. So what we did is we took out one and we actually created another Spintax inside of Rocks. So instead of saying we have the choice here, we have more choices within. So we have this loading, and you'll see there are now duplicates because we have this is rocking rocks. We'll parse out first, and here we go. So will basically gives us more chances to have this is, or less chances to have is rocking or rocks, because it'll parse out this first. It'll be like a 50-50 chance in this spin one, and then 50-50 chance that it's is rocking or rocks is a selection amongst all of these other ones. So we actually end up with more duplicates here, even though they're the exact same headline. So that's why we do deduplicate it in the spin all. But if you want to see what is the actual chances of each one, we're only spinning randomly here in the spin. Spin everything will show you all of the chance of every single one. But they're not different. I hope this makes sense. So again, you can get Spintax Content Spinner over at spintax.bettersheets.co or by searching on the Google Sheets add-on marketplace just for Spintax. It's totally free right now. Better Sheet members are getting notified of this first. So if you're not yet a Better Sheets member, become one now and you'll be getting these tools first. If you're looking to write more in Google Sheets, check out this video that I made to recreate ChatGPT inside a Google Sheet. Members get to see that and get updated GPT-4 access. Also, if you're looking for more productivity hacks, check out this template that I redesigned from Ali Abdal. I think you'll enjoy